There's one more piece of information I'd like you to have.
What?
The police are coming in less than an hour.
The police? Unless what?
You agree to double down.
And why would we agree to that?
Because if you don't, I will put this briefcase containing enough evidence to expose you all of your wrongdoings into the hands of the police, the press, and the House Un-American Committee. And with the right spin, those fellas can make a commie out of anyone. I suspect half of you would spend a lifetime in prison, and others, a lifetime of shame.
That's
what you
what
got us all
Unless...
Unless what?
Well, there is something you can do for me that would change the game. Something I just can't bear to do myself.
What?
Have a seat, please.
Is it all right if I sit here? Is that... Oh! Sorry. I'm clumsy, sorry.
What is this about, sir?
In these bags, there are 6 packages that I believe our guests would find useful.
Packages?
Gifts, if you will, I'm a generous sort of fellow.
Are
Wadsworth, would you see to it that each one of our guests receives a package?
you? Gladly.
Anyone care to take a guess what's inside their boxes?
Perfume.
Candy? A rare single malt Scotch whiskey.
On guessing game's fun. Now please open them.
A candlestick. What's this for?
A wrench?
A lead pipe?
A dagger?
A revolver.
No. Through. In your hands, you each have a lethal weapon. You all came here tonight because you believe the evidence against you was so terrible that you'd do anything to keep it a secret. And I'd like to put that theory to the test.
You are?
Wadsworth here is the only other person that knows your secrets. And it's costing us all dearly to keep him quiet.
What do you mean?
I mean, I wouldn't have to double your payments if I didn't have to pay Wadsworth for his silence.
Wadsworth?
That is a lie.
He may look suave and charming,
Thank you.
but he's actually conniving and manipulative.
False.
Why do you think he's called the police?
Were you called the police? Only because he instructed me to do so.
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, then I'll have no need to expose you to the police or increase your blackmail.
Get rid of?
Does he mean kill him? In fact, if you can eliminate Wadsworth,
Yes, I think that's what he means.
who not only knows all of your secrets but mine, but then I will eliminate your blackmail entirely, and we can be done with this terrible business.
You would never. But why make us do it, Bonnie? Why can't you do your dirty work yourself?
Yeah.
Why should I, when all of you are so uniquely motivated and armed?
What a patriot.
After all I've done for you, he's a liar. I'm one of you. I'm not a butler. I'm an indentured servant.
Oh, familiar refrain. Don't make a scene, Wadsworth. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, the police are on their way. The only way for you to keep your secrets and avoid finding yourselves on the front pages is for one of you to kill Wadsworth now!
Mr. Bodie! Is he breathing?
Stand back, I'm a doctor! He's dead.
Who had the gun?
But I didn't.
So you shot him!
I didn't.
Well, if you didn't, who did?
The gun was took from my hand, and the next thing I knew, there was a shot. There's no gunshot wound.
He's right. There isn't.
Look, there's a bullet lodged here.
Eagle eye, Miss Scarlet.
Well, if the bullet's over there, then how'd he die over here?
I don't know. I'm not a forensics expert.
Something else must have killed him.
One of us must have killed him.
Well, don't look at me. I didn't do it.
I
didn't
didn't
do it.
I need a drink!
Maybe Mr. Body was poisoned by the brandy.
Poison! Ah!
Was the brandy poisoned?
How should I know?
I guess we'll never know now.
Unless she dies too.
Screams are coming from the billiard room!
My husband and I had a kitchen very similar to this in our first brownstone. It has such a homey feel, doesn't it?
Put the dagger in her back.
Somebody must have killed her!
I didn't do it.
Well, that makes two. Wait, two what? Murders?
I hate murderers.
I think you had better explain yourself, Wadsworth.
Me?
Well, who else would want to kill the cook?
I mean, dinner wasn't that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I were the killer, I'd kill you next. I said if. There's only one admitted killer here, and it's not me. It's Mrs. White.
I've admitted nothing.
You paid the blackmail. How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's?
Yours.
5.
5?
Yes, just the 5. Husband should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, if it wasn't you, who was it? Who had the dagger?
It was Miss Peacock!
Yes, but I dropped it.
Where?
In the study. Any one of us could have picked it up.
But why
I
did you
got
pick
it.
it up?
Well then, it must have been Mr. Green!
Can somebody please help me?
Good Lord, let's let him off.
You really gotta speak up better for yourself, Mr. Green.
My lord, oh my lord!
Ladies and gentlemen, might I suggest we take the cook's body into the study?
Why?
Well, for starters, when the police arrive, if they find this, we'll all be in custody and under suspicion for murder.
Murder?
And secondly, I'm the butler. I like to keep the kitchen tidy.
Big dead body germs on me. Oh, he's so bloody.
Stand back! He's dead.
That's what you said last time.
I believe in second chances. Mr. Body? Dead? Again?
I'm going to faint!
I'll catch you! Sorry.
Mrs. Peacock? Yes. Where did this happen?
In the bathroom. I opened the door, and there he was! At first, I thought he was attacking me. But then I realized he'd been left propped up against the door frame, dead, just waiting to fall on somebody.
Do such a thing.
Takes a lot of guts to kill someone twice.
That's what we call overkill.
But why?
And what's the difference?
Makes a difference to him.
Well, it makes a difference to us. We've got to find out who killed him, when, with what.
It seems like it was probably the lead pipe.
10 points, Professor Plum.
What kind of game are you playing here, Wadsworth?
This isn't a game.
Wait, you? The lead pipe belonged to you.
But I dropped it while I was running to the kitchen.
Wait, who just drops a murder weapon?
I didn't know it was a murder weapon when I dropped it.
So anyone could have picked it up?
Yes, of course, but who did pick it up? Who picked up the lead pipe and brutally murdered Mr. Body, leaving him dead and bloody in the bathroom? Who did that? Who?
Cool it, Butler. While you're over there losing your marbles, I'm trying to do something useful. Have we all forgotten about the evidence against us?
The evidence!
It's locked. There must be a key.
Mr. Green, would you be so kind as to check Mr. Body's pockets for the key to the briefcase with the evidence against us, so we may destroy it once and for all?
But why me?
Why not?
Well, all right.
Hey, where did you get that?
I don't like germs.
Or fingerprints?
No, really, it's just germs. It's so warm. I got it. Give it here.
It's empty.
Empty? Where's all the evidence?
I told you Mr. Body was a liar. Had the evidence in this briefcase my foot.
We must find that evidence.
And destroy it.
Evidence against us aside, we're in a room with 2 dead bodies.
And the cops runs away.
Let's move them to the chairs so they look less dead.
Help me, Monsieur Green.
All right.
There we go.
Careful, don't get cuts on the ground.
Battlefield technique, Professor Paul. Never leave a man behind.
What a party this is turning out to become.
Cadavers are heavier than they seem, aren't they?
I wouldn't know.
Right! Me neither.
Upsy daisy.
Here, prop her up. Aren't you all strong and virile? Good. They just look asleep.
Forget about the bodies. We need to do something about this homicidal maniac on the loose and all these murder weapons.
Let's put the weapons in the bag.
What good will that do?
Then we'll zip up the bag.
Most murderers know how zippers work, Mr. Wadsworth.
I know. We'll put the bag in the safe.
Ah, terrific. Where's the safe?
In the hole.
I don't see a safe.
Is that an original Trumbull, Mr. Wadsworth?
Those are quite valuable.
Now is not the time for argument.
These are gone.
God!
I have an idea!
Please help! There's no alternative. I'm just gonna have to break down the door. Stand back! I'm a doctor!
Stand back! I'm a woman!
Oh! What happened? What's going on?
I will help you! I'm not shooting at you. The door is open. You can come out now.
Why were you shooting at us?
So open the door.
You could have killed us.
I said stand back.
Let's add finding the key to the lounge to our priority list.
Say, Frenchie, where did she even get that anyway?
The safe? It was unlocked.
Unlocked?
Impossible. I have the key. No, I haven't. It's gone.
Gone!
Not to beat a dead horse here, but again, I feel like having all the keys.
Thought you said you stole the keys to the safe, Wadsworth.
I did say that, but I didn't do that. We got distracted by the motors at the door, and I forgot. One of you must have took the keys from my pockets when we were searching the house.
So whoever took the keys is the killer.
Precisely.
Speaking of the killer, there's a dead body in the lounge, you know. The motorist is dead.
So which one of you killed her?
We found her together.
And she was already dead.
But the door to the lounge was locked.
We went through a secret passageway we found in the conservatory.
Wait, a secret passageway? Who designed this place?
The Parker brothers.
Wait.
No! It's the decent thing to do.
Open the door. Good evening, sir. Good night. Well, that wasn't all that shocking. Those folks were just having a good time. Why didn't you tell me this was a party?
Apologies, sir.
I'll just take a peek in there, if you don't mind. Excuse me.
Evening, officer. How'd you do?
Were these men drunk?
Dead drunk.
Want a sip?
Oh, I couldn't drink on the job. The chief would kill me if he found out.
Killed if you do, killed if you don't.
What?
Huh?
Evening, officer. Same to you. Well, I can explain everything. No explanation needed. There's nothing illegal about any of this.
That's not.
Of course not. This is America. And that was the pursuit of happiness. May I use the phone now?
Of course, officer. The library.
Thank you.
All right, you can come out now. Well done, all of you. Impressive.
I didn't think you would want
Thank you.
So I've locked them in the library.
How did you do that? I thought you didn't have the keys.
I didn't have my right pocket keys, but my left pocket keys are intact. Now let's finish searching the manor. The police are on their way.
But the police already came.
Not the broken down car police. They're criminal investigation police.
Precisely. We must find the evidence, and we can't afford to have any more murders. This is getting dangerous. Now go! We should be safe.
I don't feel safe. I can't relax.
How about a round of pool to pass time?
Why not?
You're singing Telegram.
Three murders in 3 minutes?
That's our best record.
3 murders.
6 altogether.
The cook, Mr. Body, the motorist, the cop, Yvette, and the singing telegram girl.
But who is the murderer?
Ain't that the million-dollar question?
Sometimes the most obvious answer is right under our noses. I think the best course of action is to retrace our steps. It started like this. At the start of the evening, there was thunder, lightning, the dogs barked. Ding dong, Colonel Mustard. Ding dong, Mrs. White. Who noticed? Yvette. Mrs. Peacock. Who noticed? Said Cook. Then Mr. Green. Said. No, not you, sir. Please, come in. Then Professor Plum and Miss Scarlet. Dinner is served. Oh, that was more like a cocktail minute. To the dining room. Champagne soup. Then Mr. Body arrived, and we all went to the study. Coffee, brandy. It was this body fella butler.
How do you do?
Then Mr. Body asked me to pass out the packages. Ah! A snake! No, it's a room. Then Mr. Body went to turn off the lights.
Now,
Mr. Body was dead. Not really. Really, he was alive. We didn't know it. Then Mrs. Peacock took a sip of his drink. Poison! Well, someone had to stop her from screaming. And then we heard to the billiard room. But Mrs. Peacock joined late. I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. else in his house. Should we all provide?
Single!
Who we found knifed in the back. Oh God, so gross. Blood, germs. Will somebody help me up? That's when I suggested we take the cook's body into the study. But Body's body was gone. And that's when Miss Peacock entered, with body on her body. His body had blood under his beard. And the briefcase. It's empty. And that's when the motorist drive. Are you a killer? And I locked him in the lounge. Dead! That's when the unexpected cop showed up. Hey man, y'all are acting rather peculiar. Can you? Dead! And then the man got strangled in the billiard room. Dead! Which brings us to... I am back! And here we are.
What does this prove?
Nothing.
Well,
Enough of this. I know who the murderer is.
You do?
I do.
all right then. We're listening, Miss Scarlet. Who do you accuse?
It was Professor Plum in the hall with the revolver.
Liar!
We all heard the gun go off, Professor.
And Wadsworth? That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'm Hank Cuffs, Chief of Police. Professor Plum, you're coming with me.
That's not how it happened. It happened like this.
We're listening, Professor Plum. Who do you accuse?
It was Colonel Mustard in the lounge with the wrench.
I never allowed.
I found a Medal of Honor in the lounge where the motorist was killed to the wrench to the head, and that wrench belonged to you.
That is a lie. Well, the wrench is missing. Gentlemen, tonight your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the wrench is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Officers, there's your man. Not a kernel of truth in it.
Well done, Wadsworth.
That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. I'm guilty verdict, Chief of Police. Colonel Mustard, you're coming with me.
You have it all wrong. It happened like this. We're listening, Colonel. Who do you accuse? It was Mrs. White in the billiard room with the rope.
I'd rather die.
I found your veil in the billiard room, and I saw how you cringed tonight when Yvette served you dinner.
Yes, it's true. I knew that. She had a torrid love affair with my late husband. I hated her. I hated her so much. The flames on the side of my face, raining hatred breaths. But just because I hated her doesn't mean I killed her.
Well, the rope is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies.
Well done, Wadsworth.
Well done, Wadsworth. That's what I said. Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Mark my words, Chief of Police, Mrs. White.
It happened like this.
We're listening, Mrs. White. Who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. Peacock in the kitchen with the dagger. I found your feather by the corpse.
Well, the dagger is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets. Ladies, empty your purses. Whoever has the dagger is the murderer.
Well done, Wadsworth.
That's what I said.
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Barry D. Hatchets.
Chief of Police.
But that's not how it happened.
It happened like this.
It was Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick.
Maximum, Chief of Police. You can't do this to me.
Frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a damn. But it really happened like this. I know who the murderer is.
Who?
All of you! Freeze! Nobody move! You're all killers.
You can't prove anything, Mr. Wadsworth.
Well, I'm not Mr. Wadsworth. I'm Mr. Body.
How can you be body if body was bleeding all over me?
Well, it wasn't Body who was bleeding. But if Body wasn't Body, who was he? He was Wadsworth, my butler.
point in dragging all of this out?
Well, when you started murdering people, I decided to roll the dice. See if you'd self-implode, kill off my entire network of spies and informers, which you all did wonderfully, by the way, generously leaving your fingerprints on every glass, doorknob, and dead body. So now, I have each of you on the hook for murder.
Murder?
Bribery for petty crimes, that's one thing. But murder? Now that could get expensive.
But why this whole charade? The searching of the house? The madness of retracing our steps?
It's all part of the game.
Game?
Yeah, well, relax. You see, now that you've killed everyone off, there's no evidence left against me. Got off scot-free.
But the police, they're on their way. You're not going to get away with this.
What's so funny?
Nobody's called the police, have they?
They were never on their way.
Now listen up, you reprobates. We're gonna stack the bodies in the cellar, lock the cellar door, and leave Body Man one at a time.
I can't forget all this.
Well, with murder on it.
You're FBI?
Apparently, I'm a dead figure for Green. He got a letter to Sagichiu, but he came to the bureau to ask for help. So I took his place tonight to recap his sting operation.
Some sting? 6 people died on your watch!
I usually work the desk. My beat is property crime, you know? Theft, fraud. That's why I was so tickled when the real Wadsworth risked his neck to drop a whole briefcase worth of evidence on us last night.
Wait, you've had the evidence this whole time?
It's all here. Miss Scarlett's books, including names of customers and employees, justifying why she killed that cop, who is listed here on her payroll.
Give me that.
Larry? Oh, Larry! Larry! Oh, ow, ow, ow.
I tell you, this is the most exciting night I've had in a long time. And now, you're all under arrest. Officers, here are the criminals you've been looking for. You'll find the recordings of the confessions we wait for in the billiard room.
The tapes!
All right, who done it?
She did! They all did. But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, it was me. Special Agent Larry Goodman in the hall with my gun.
Well done, Goodman.
That's what he said! And that's how it really. Sorry. Right, Chief. Take him away. I'm going home to sleep with my wife.